Hello. So this is not the video I thought I would be making this week. I was going to talk to you about being 20, because that's what I am now, as of week before Monday. But as it happens, more pressing issues have come to light. I'm willing to bet that I'm not the only person that has put a or multiple YouTubers on a weird pedestal in my mind and continually praised them for their apparent perfect humanity. If you have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about at this point, over the past week and a half-ish, it's sort of come out that various male YouTubers such as Tom Milsom and Alex Day, to name a few, have had really serious and reputable allegations of sexual and emotional abuse and manipulation made against them. And there have been multiple victims, including some other YouTubers, some of their friends, close friends, girlfriends, that sort of thing, and also their fans and their YouTube audience. I'll leave a bunch of links in the description if you want to fully catch up on exactly what's happened and the situation. I'm not here to talk about like what is and isn't consent, because a lot of people have covered that already. Lex Croucher has covered that, Hank Green has covered that. There's been a lot of discussion about that part of it. I did sort of want to have a chat with you guys about how I feel about the situation overall, because I really don't feel good about it. The fact that so many prominent figures within this community that I once viewed as like a safe and a happy place have been taking sexual and emotional advantage of not only their viewers but also their friends and colleagues is pretty disturbing. The fact that we're all brought up to sort of believe that celebrities and prominent figures in our lives are actually incapable of screwing up to the point where certain fans of these people actually can't take a step back and understand that these people have done something seriously wrong and will outwardly blame the victim over the perpetrator just because the perpetrator is their favourite person on YouTube is a bit sickening. I mean, this sort of behaviour certainly isn't limited to the YouTube community. Personally, I feel like it's almost more dangerous within the YouTube community due to the fact that there is such a close relationship between like the YouTuber and the audience. I mean, YouTube events like Playlist Live are happening right now, in which the YouTubers and the audience stay in the same hotel, and outside of like scheduled show or meet times, they can just run into each other with little to no security. I guess the YouTube community is uniquely dangerous in that sense. As a female and as a viewer, as much as I hate to say it, I can honestly tell you that at the moment I'm a little bit afraid. You know, I can't help but think, what if I'd been to one of these conventions where certain people were using their audience to prey on younger girls? What if someone I watch currently is doing the same thing and manipulating and abusing their viewers and they just haven't been caught yet? I don't really know how to trust people in this space where people I thought I could trust have since been outed as really awful people. As far-fetched as it seems, I want to live in a world where I don't have to be scared of this sort of thing. To the people that are still defending the people that have made these awful decisions, it's never gonna change if you keep defending them and blaming the victims for coming out and talking about it. I want to know what you guys think about all this and where should we sort of go from here. Of all the people that were named and revealed as manipulators and abusers, the only person that I followed closely was Alex Day, and I have been a huge fan of his since 2009. I've really been enjoying his most recent content. I had plans to buy his book, I've purchased music of his, but all of that said, it really wasn't a hard decision to unsubscribe and unfollow him from every media possible and just block all of that person out of my life. If you abuse your audience and your following, you probably don't deserve to have them in the first place, and you certainly do not deserve to continue making your living off of them. Alex Day's apologies were as manipulative as he has ever been, and I don't trust him as far as I could throw him, which is not very far because my arms are little and weak. I don't want to be afraid that my favourite YouTuber might take advantage of me if we were ever to meet. And I really don't want young girls that may be less mature or less informed than I am to continue falling into these traps that these people are setting up. There shouldn't even be a trap to fall into in the first place, and yet our misogynistic culture cultivates this thing where grown men think it's okay to emotionally and sexually manipulate young girls purely because these young girls already adore and admire them. Obviously, I understand that YouTubers are normal people and they never asked to be considered role models or to have all of that added stuff that comes with sort of being popular. And I totally understand that people don't always get things right and that people make mistakes sometimes and people can be generally shit. But for God's sake, when are we going to stop excusing things that we know are inherently wrong and awful as a simple mistake? A mistake is like accidentally bumping into someone and you apologize for that and move on. I cannot emphasize this enough. Continuing to force or pressure sexual activity after someone has expressed their discomfort is not a mistake. Taking advantage of minors who legally cannot consent is not a mistake. You can't accidentally make that decision. You have to consciously decide to do that. It's not an accident. And as grown men, these YouTubers and people should already know this. I have seen so many people calling for second chances for these guys, and I'm sure people like Alex Day have the capability to learn from this and grow and change and become better people. But in my opinion, I think it would be better for all of us if they just forfeit their audience and go away. Allowing them back into what people see as such a safe community with just open arms and second chances sends a message to future potential abusers or current abusers that haven't been caught yet that it's okay and they'll get away with it and we'll forgive them and just let them back and they can continue to make a living off of our views. It sends a message that there aren't any consequences. Personally, if that is the result of giving out second chances, I'd rather have a zero tolerance policy. Let me know in the comments what you guys think we should do from here as a community. Like, what should the attitude be towards people like this? I'm really sorry it's been a couple of weeks since my last video. University for me started back around about a couple of weeks ago and it's just been a bit difficult trying to balance YouTube with getting back into the swing of things, so hopefully stuff can become a bit more regular for you guys from now on. If you did like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it around. I'd like to get discussion going on this topic. Evidently it's something that we all do need to talk about as people that make videos or watch videos on this website. I think it's important and I think it needs to be discussed. You can subscribe if you want, no pressure. Thank you all for watching and I will see you when I see you. Bye bye.